Welcome to Kitman's Corner.
Yes, now Canary fans, welcome back to Kitman's Corner. This is episode 2, and today I'll be touching upon the latest club news, comings, goings, a little bit on the matches played at the weekend. So first of all, I'm going to touch upon the Josh Sargent saga at the moment between ourselves and Wolfsburg, the German Giants. It's rumoured to have the £21 million price tag going around at the moment. There's no solid agreement in place as of yet, although the talks are still in the advanced stages, which is positive news for us as fans and the football club as a whole, purely because, you know, Josh Sargent, arguably the Championship's best striker. He is, in my opinion anyway. If we can keep him match fit, then I would honestly say it's a very, very strong argument that he is the best striker in the Championship at the moment. You know, he was in the top 3 goal scorers last season, bearing in mind he was out for a good few months through injury. So if he can be out for that long and still come in the top 3 top scorers of the league, then imagine just what he can do if he stays fit for the entirety of the season. I think it shows that we're not at the stage as a club where we've got to sell anymore under the new ownership, which is brilliant. And it shows that we're willing to kind of put our foot down in regards to the transfers and stuff, because I think Norwich of 2-3 seasons ago, I think he'd have been gone at the first sniff of big money. It does go to show that, you know, we are staying firm on the price tag that we have put on Josh. So, you know, it does feel like we are stepping into the right direction. Now, obviously, at time of recording, he is still a Norwich player. Obviously, talks are still ongoing, so whether or not he'll be a Norwich player by the time this comes out is a different story. So that's the latest on Josh Sargent. So moving on to the games at the weekend, I just wanted to touch upon the academy players that played and made their first team debuts. You know, I think 2 players that were big standouts was AJ Tavares. I think I've butchered that, I do apologise. He got 45 minutes in the tank. He looks a really, really good player. You know, he's powerful, skillful. He's not afraid to take his man on. You know, and he's only 15 as well. Let's not forget the age, because at 15 years old, to be able to say that you've made your first team debut, I understand it is only a pre-season friendly, but again, pre-season is to kind of have a feel around the players that we've got, and to see who is going to, you know, make the cut for the season ahead. It's looking very bright for young AJ. He's got a very, very bright future ahead of him, and I think he'll strive. I think he'll get a few starts this season, fair few appearances off the bench. If obviously Liam decides to go down that route, obviously he could look at taking him and putting him out on loan for the season, which would obviously help his development, especially at such a young age. Go away, get some first team proper game time, and kick on from there. Another standout for me was Mundle Smith. Great threat out on the wing. Really powerful, explosive player. And to top it all off, he bagged himself a goal on his debut for the first team. So I think in terms of the academy prospects of everything, I do really think that him and AJ are going to kick on very, very well this season. You know, it goes to show just how determined and how much our youth players want to progress and burst into the first team. It does show that we've got a very good scouting network for our academy. It's good to see. It's good to hear from a fan's point of view, you know, and from a club's point of view. It's just going to go from strength to strength, I think. Purely for the fact that, you know, it's two young players, really good players as well. And they've got age on their side, you know, academy, graduates. It's going to be very interesting to see if and how they fit into the system and the style of play Liam Manning wants to use this season. But they're definitely two very key players to keep your eyes on. So, yeah, moving on very, very briefly to the fact that we've had two games on the same day. Now, from a kitman's point of view, is it a kitman's nightmare? It can be. It can be, but it all brims down to the fact that if you prepared well and you've prepared properly for the two games, it will run as smoothly as it possibly can. It's all about the preparation, being a kit man, being proactive and not reactive. So it's all about kind of preempting potential issues that we might have. So obviously we'd have had a set of kit men at one game and then another lot of kit men at the other game. So yeah, it's all about making sure that you've got enough like spare equipment, whether that's shorts, socks, even as far as a shoehorn. It's just the small minor things that you think we might not need it, but just know if you didn't pack it, if it wasn't in the skip, then someone would need it. You know, spare shin pads is a big one, because there's always going to be a player that's forgotten their shin pads. So, you know, it's just about having the equipment there. And it's better to take it and not need it than not take it and need it. So yeah, the kit men, Pete and John Boy, they would have probably known the squad that was playing in each game probably a few days before the game, just so they can get kit done in the squad packs, in the kit packs, and put in the respective skips, loaded up onto the van, and then gone to the changing room, gone to the stadium, set up. So then when the players arrive and get there, everything they need is there within an arm's reach of themselves. You know, that's sock tape, cut off socks, shoe horns, supplements that they might need, drinks, foam rollers, just everything that you can think of. The kit men will have it there, and they will know exactly what skip has what in. So yeah, it's all about being as organised as you possibly can, and as I say, be proactive rather than reactive. So it can be a kit man's nightmare, in essence, yeah. But the boys we've got on board at Norwich are top professionals, so they would have had it all under control and everything would have went very smoothly, I can only assume. Now, moving on to potential incomings, you may have seen over the past couple of days that Papa Diallo is potentially joining Norwich. There was a deal agreed between the Diallo party and Watford. And then obviously Norwich came knocking. Ben Napper was on the phone. It's taken a little bit of time. So yeah, but it looks like this deal will be agreed and announced over the coming day or so. I believe his medical is booked for today, which is Tuesday the 22nd. At time of recording, his medical is booked for today. So expect by the time this video comes out that he would have been announced if everything goes to plan. It's looking like it's going to be a very, very interesting and exciting signing. Again, this season, I hate to say it, but we're going to be up there, I think. Now, that's just my opinion, but we've got to be optimistic. After last season was absolutely abysmal, it was a shocking, woeful season. So having a little bit more positivity coming into the season, the signings we've made, the signings we're going to make, hopefully, fingers crossed, we keep Josh Sargent. I don't see how we're not pushing for the top 6. Maybe even top 2 is very optimistic, I know, but who says no? Who says we can't? But yeah, so in regards to incomings, Diallo, as far as I'm aware, is the only one that's properly on the boiling point. It's gone a little bit quiet on the transfer front over the recent couple of days, but keep an eye out. Us here at Bleed Norwich are always keeping an eye out for potential incomings and outgoings. So please, if you need any information, just drop us a DM. I'm sure myself or one of the boys will be able to maybe give you a little bit of insight. But yeah, in terms of Kitman's Corner, that's it for the episode today. We will get another one out next week. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am creating it, and hopefully it blossoms. So thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you.